Today I want to talk to you about the DAX function contains and three other variants of contains. I've laid out a PowerPoint grid here to show you the differences, and then we'll go to the DAX. I think this can be a pretty powerful function in some cases, so let me show you how to use it. The first one is contains. It is not case sensitive. You're looking for a string in your data somewhere. You have to match the entire string. Does not allow wildcards. Its equivalent in SQL would be equal. It takes as an argument table, column, or columns, and again, it's Boolean, returns true, false. Contains row. You're looking to check a whole row of value or values. It is not case sensitive. Does have to match the entire string. Does not allow wildcards. Its equivalent in SQL would be in. It takes as an argument table with value or values in a row and returns true, false. Contains string. I find this one the most useful. It is not case sensitive. You don't have to have an exact match. It does allow a wildcard search. So therefore, a SQL equivalent would be like. Arguments are the text to search in, which can be just text or a column. And the text to search for, it returns true, false. And it contains string exact is really the most restrictive. If you're just looking for an exact thing, that's what you would use. Uh, it is case sensitive. You have to match it exactly. It doesn't allow a wildcard. Therefore, its equivalent SQL would be equal again. Again, it's text to search in, text to search for its arguments, and returns a true or false. So let's head on over to Power BI and show you what these things look like. So, what if I want to know? I'm just using the ADME, my ADME Contoso database. You'll find it in the link in the description. So I've just got a blank card visual, and let's do some DAX. So with my key measures, new measure, uh, all it contains, it equals contains, and the arguments here are table, and then I want to know, let's format this DAX correctly. It's not DAX, it's not formatted. Customer table, yep, I did it. Got the bad yellow line. I'm out of shift enter practice. Uh, customer city, and then what you're looking for. So we could say San Diego. So I want to know if customer table in the customer city column contains the city San Diego. I'll commit that. Drop it on my table. Say yes, true. Okay, so San Diego is in our table. Now, just to prove that matching, if I see if it's case sensitive, San Diego is still there. Not case sensitive. All right. Now let's move on to, well, if you wanted, also you can use one or more columns if you wanted to make sure that was San Diego in the United States. You could say uh, customer country, comma, United States. Enter, commit that. That's still true. If you look for San Diego, France, that's going to be false. All right, so that's contains. Let's change this back to US. Okay, so that's contains. For contain string, going to take you to Dax query view. I've already written out some of these formulas. I thought it'd be easier just to walk you through them. And I said in the beginning, contains row is not very commonly used. Let me show you why. What this does is I'm making a table by filtering the customer table. And this is going to give me a list of customers who live in a state, city where a store is located. So I'm evaluating the customer table if it contains a row that also corresponds to a store, country, and state in the store table. So if I run this, I've got 851 customers who live in a state with a store. So that's good. But that means that I have, let's check some of the stuff on the table. Let's see, Idaho, Maine, New Hampshire. All right, let's go to customers real quick. We had 851, 5,585. So a lot of people don't live where there's a store. So we might count those up and see where we want to put a store. And then our stores table, we had Idaho and Maine. Uh, yes, there's a store in Idaho. Yes, there's a store in Maine. Okay. Now back to the Dax query view. This is really hard to read, so it's not commonly used. Let's comment it out. Leave our calculate up so we can run it. Next one. I'm going to uncomment this one. All right, now I'm going to use in, and I think it reads a lot cleaner and it's much more common use. So I'm going to calculate the table or the customer table, and I'm going to filter it for where customer, country, and state are in a store, country, and store to state table. So that reads a lot clearer. So for this reason, most people don't use contains row. I'll just run this. It's the exact same thing. So use in. I just wanted you to know what that contains row does, and then turn right around and tell you not to use it. So that's contains row. Contains string, and I said that was my favorite. Let's go back to, let's copy this box, paste that sucker, and new measure. Show you contains string. We'll just call this C string equals, and we'll use our contains string. And since I live in Louisville, Kentucky, I'm going to search for, I'm going to search, well, I'm just going to, this one doesn't really affect our table. I'm going to search Louisville, the string Louisville, for just the string Ville, just just to show you what this does. So contain string Louisville Ville. Well, let me put the call out by empty that box. Contains, format it. Put these, excuse me. All right, we'll put our contain string in here. True. And get my call up. Category label back on. All right, so contain string. Move that to the key measures table. All right, so contain string, Louisville, Bill. All right, that is true. Now, case sensitivity, Bill. That's not in there like that, but it's case sensitive, so true. Uh, Wildcards, V star, true. And it also uses the one character wildcard question mark. So all those are true. Um, that's great. What do you do with it? Well, I thought of a great use case for this. Says I'm selling T-shirts. Let's go to Table Tools, New Table. So what if I wanted to know? Go to Table View also. My Table View. All right, New Table. Control scroll, load up here. Um, what if I wanted to sell T-shirts called the Ville, and I knew I had multiple cities with the ending Ville? I might want to make a customer table just for shirts, customers who might be interested in buying a Ville shirt. I mean, if it's Jeffersonville, that could still be the Ville. Louisville's the Ville. I might, This might be pretty popular. So I would say something like calculate. I would break down the customer table, filter it out with calculate table. So I would say something like calculate table and the customer table. Sorry about my typing today. HealthSense is foiling me. And I would filter customer table where the row contains a string. Customer city column. The customer city column contains the string. Customer city. And we're just going to say Ville. This is all case sensitive. So I'll bring them back, all of them. So Ville shirts equals calculate table customer. Calculate table, take the customer table and filter it out for where the customer city contains the string Ville. All right. So there we have all the Villes. Now we might not want to take, well, that's pretty good. We can filter out Warrenville Heights. Okay, this pretty much gives us the all the bills, and now we can make our shirts, and we know who to sell them to. And we wanted to get even do some more lines. The bill worked. Let's do the bird. Mm. Okay. Uh, So there you go. All the cities with bird. The last one was contain string exact, and let's just go back to report view and copy this box. Take out contain string and let's do a new measure. Contain string exact. Actually, let me just copy my contain string. All right, copy that. New measure. Paste it in. Add an exact or next. Here you're gonna see how this works. All right. If I do my same will string X that, and we'll drop that in the box. Okay, that's true. Where it gets restrictive is I can't do this. It's case sensitive. I can't do this. No wildcard. So that has to be exact, case sensitive, no wildcards. That's contain string exact. And that's all for contains. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.